Holy smokes. I can't believe it. But this is Washington. I don't know who pushed the wrong button upstairs, but it's frickin' snowing in Washington. This guy's trying to get up the hill and he can't make it. You can do it, buddy. You can do it. He made it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he didn't make it. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Probably to a lot of you guys, this doesn't look like any snow, especially to those of you that are NOAA. But for me here in Washington, it actually is it's a surprising amount of snow to wake up to. But that's not what's so exciting. It's exciting because it introduces a whole new series of challenges when you live full-time in an RV. This is our water hookup here. Oh man. the whole hose is frozen. Oh no. The whole thing's I don't even know if I can't even, it's like frozen on there too. Oh, jeez. Well, there's water dripping, so I think the spigot might still have water. This isn't my first winter in an RV, so I almost knew immediately who the culprit was. Such a pain in the butt, though. I've gotten both hoses off, and look at this sucker. It's frozen. Do you see that? Do you see that ice nubbin? It's just stuck. There's no water coming out of this thing. And I just want to flush my toilet. Winter hose is installed. This guy is a real pain in the butt to work with because it's so thick. But I managed to get it fed in the side of Lady Jupes, and then it's plugged into 120 volt, so it should stay just warm enough. What I'm really hoping is it's warm enough. This is still going to be a problem, this splitter. I couldn't attach it directly to the faucet because the threading is too large on this hose. My next problem isn't so simple to solve. You see, we're pushing our electrical systems pretty hard. We have a 50 amp service hookup, and we have 3 electrical heaters running to keep the RV warm. It's not super insulated, so you gotta kind of combat it constantly. But here's the gotcha. For the past couple of months, this inverter, or whatever it is, inside our RV that helps supply power to all of our electronics, it's beginning to sound like an old PC power supply or GPU fan that's on its last leg. If that goes out, I got bigger problems than frozen water. So by the way, if you know what that Xantrex system does and how it works, and if I'm in trouble, I would appreciate any information in the comments. I'm a little worried about that sucker. Now, besides from just making sure the water going into the RV isn't frozen, there's sort of like a belt and suspenders approach I can also take. Lady Jupiter can hold 75 gallons plus of water, and these storage bays are warmed by our house furnace. So if our line in happens to freeze up again, I filled this up to 50 gallons, so we'll have 50 gallons of backup water. This should stay nice and thawed. I'm officially calling it a snow day. I'm gonna stay inside for the rest of the day and do some work, but before I get into that, I wanted to share a story with you guys. Now, I'm sharing this story. It's kind of embarrassing, but it seemed like a good time for story time. And I'm hoping maybe you'll share a story with me about maybe switching somebody to a new computer or a new operating system and it went horribly wrong, like a loved one or a friend. That's what happened to us. Noah was out a few weeks ago, and we were shooting a segment for the Linux Action Show, and we thought we had this thing nailed. Switching people to Linux, it's our bag. We got this. And we didn't take it seriously enough. We grabbed some hardware that it turned out we had Frankensteined ripped parts out of for other machines and didn't note it down anywhere. And so when we got on location, we had a way underpowered PC, but it took us a while to realize what was going on, and at this point, we were pretty far into shooting, we were pretty far into the day, it started to fall apart. And it all started out so well.
Here are the headlines.
When Noah's in town, we definitely try to get a lot of work done, and so today I'm hauling the kids with me. They're my production crew as we work on a project for LAS. We got to switch Hadia over to Linux. Hadia's computer runs super slow, so we're going to replace it with a Linux computer. So, yeah, so I'm taking notes of all of the programs we have to set up for her. Do you like my slappy handwriting?
Nope.
That's awesome handwriting. What are you talking about?
Let me write.
All right.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
go
write
ahead.
Dropbox.
Okay, you write Dropbox. Good job,
Okay, show
dude.
the camera.
Okay, camera, here's Dylan's version of Dropbox versus my version of Dropbox. Hold on, wait for it. There's Dylan's Dropbox. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, dude.
We have the computer. Dell Optiplex 390, but we believe this has a 3rd or 4th gen i5 processor, and it tops out at 8 gigs of RAM. So I don't know exactly what's in here, and now it's getting repurposed. Come here. Anyone who works in the tech industry, you ever had a monitor that comes unpacked? Each of the 3 cables lined out, the instructions as if I needed them, and the monitor. All set out for us. Freaking amazing. All right, good news. We got the entire computer hooked up. It's all wired, ready to go. DD just finished, and we have a installation media on a thumb drive, again, provided by the client. Kind of amazing.
I'm installing the back door right now. I'm just kidding. Actually, the base install's just gotten set up. Oh my gosh, she's gonna hate the speed of this. Is this a spinning disc, Noah?
I don't know, is it? Yeah, it probably is.
Oh man.
I didn't really think about it.
Yeah, I didn't either. But this is not optimal, is it? I'm surprised how slow it is.
Well, once it gets cached, I think it'll be all right.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Boy, you see how long it took that to load up? I can't, man. She's gonna ask, is this what it's like when Noah switches people to Linux? That's what she's gonna ask. Oh, dude.
It's the first time. Once it gets into cache, you saw it was getting faster.
So brutal.
It was getting faster as things were caching.
Brutal. Oh my god, dude, now the mouse is locking up. Look at this. It chugged just to unminimize a window. I wasn't even launching the app, I was just unminimizing the window.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a downgrade. I hate that. I hate when I switch somebody to Linux and it ends up feeling like a downgrade. Whoo! This day has gone from bad to bad.
I'm sorry.
And now my battery's dying. This is one of those days. Now how are we gonna film the rest of this shoot? We are officially screwed. This segment has gone bankrupt. We knew it was bad, so Noah overnighted an SSD. I got back to her office as fast as I could to get these new upgraded components in. So it's like late and cold out, and because we didn't plan very well, I'm here at Hadia's office for the 3rd time. This time to replace the RAM and the hard drive in her computer with an SSD and, well, just a lot more RAM. Honestly, a better drive than I was expecting. A 640 gigabyte Western Digital Black's not a bad drive, but when it's combined with not enough RAM, it doesn't work so well. So this combined with replacing this with an SSD combined with the RAM upgrade should give us quite a boost. The great Linux migration struggle continues. Machines up, password's been set. It's performing way better. And Hadia was just saying before I hit record that she's actually been liking the Unity interface overall. So now that it doesn't choke when she tries to do things like load a web page in Chrome or print,
yeah,
I think you're going to be good to go. Now this is where we get to have a little time travel fun. I went to her office last night, which is about 3 weeks since the computer's been installed, to see how things are going. So let's go check in with Hadia and see how the whole Linux switch has gone now that the final upgrades are in place and she's had time to use the system.
Now Christmas cookies are a special treat. The more she bakes, the more I eat.
You're using it and an employee's using it. How's it going so far?
great. It's seamless. The only thing I've had issues with is figuring out some stuff with LibreOffice, but that's actually that's
How's
really not too
performance? Is performance much better?
bad. Oh yeah, like it's not even compared.
How it's all going really good. But it really is.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
way faster.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Christina's been using the computer all day today. How's the new computer going, Christina?
Fine. Scanning's totally easy, right? No big deal.
That's the exact response you want. That really is the response you want. It's fine. Why? Why are you asking?
No problems, yeah.
In the end, I think she's pretty happy, so I'm glad everything worked out. But looking back at it, I recognize exactly what we could have done differently. We were really super busy. We were trying to cram too much stuff into Noah's visit. If we had just taken 5 minutes before we left the studio with that PC to boot it up and make sure it had everything we wanted, we would have saved ourselves so much time in the long run. Credit to Noah for shipping the parts over as fast as possible, and I got in there and got them installed and made sure everything was working, but it should have gone smoother. We were kind of arrogant, and it just would have taken booting up that PC for 5 minutes to avoid all of this. So that's my recent shame. Do you have a story? Have you tried switching somebody to another computer or another platform or some piece of technology that you recommended and it went horrible? Leave it in the comments. I'd kind of like to share my misery.